Hello guys and welcome to the video. This is for the witchdoctor class for patch 2.6.1 and this is the Jade Harvester boom video, boys. Jade Harvester is literally back with a bang. It's had some amazing buffs for the next patch 2.6.1 and it's certainly got its bite back. The issues with the toughness has now been fixed as well, and enables now to use conventional elements now, guys, in this build, which is absolutely sick. So let's go through the set bonuses first and explain how this build works. Okay, for viewers at home that don't know how this works, basically this is a caster damage over time build using poison skills. Okay, so basically you're poisoning enemies with Haunt and Locust Swarm, and basically why those mobs are affected by those DOTs, damage over times, you consume all these seconds of that damage, well, up to 1,650 seconds on the 6-piece bonus. So you just run in there, you hit Soul Harvest, and stuff dies, basically. It's very, very satisfying, and this thing does a lot of damage now. A lot of damage. I'm hitting for like 7 trillion in my Paragon gear, so it's hits very, very hard, guys, very hard. But we're going to go through the, a GR 95 in a bit, with no main stat added, so this is a bit similar. I read about Paragon 800-ish or so. Lovely. Okay then, so let's go through set bonuses first. What's changed? Okay guys, Haunt, when lands on an enemy already affected by Haunt, instantly deals 560 seconds worth of Haunt damage. When COE here goes over to Poison Rotation, because we are using Poison Spell here, I normally crit for over 1 trillion already, okay, so it hits very, very hard. Very, very hard. 4-set bonus, Soul Harvest gains the effects of every rune and has its cooldown reduced by 1 second every time you cast Haunt or Locust Swarm. So basically this is off cooldown. Just spam this a little bit and it's back up again. Okay, so yeah, we've got GI in the passives as well to do more cooldown. We'll explain more about that in a bit. So yeah guys, you get every rune, okay, you get every rune in this, but make sure you've got Swallow Your Soul on, the poison rune on, because you're going to hit for poison damage, so you must make sure this rune is on. But you will gain the effect of Siphon as well, so you actually get life here as well. Languish, the armor buff as well, of course. Salt Away, so you actually get speed, and also Vengeful Spread does a little bit of extra damage on top. So it's really nice that we get Salt Away, because I can't believe how fast this build is in GR as well. You know, you're zipping through so quickly, it's brilliant. Got the armor as well, the healing, and of course the extra maximum mana as well. So, but make sure Swallow Soul is on, it's very, very important. Lovely. Okay guys, 6-piece bonus. Soul Harvest reduces the damage taken now by 50% for 12 seconds and consumes your damage over time effects on enemies, instantly dealing 1,650 seconds worth of remaining damage. Okay, so as you see there, it's had a significant buff and it makes the Harvest now hit really, really hard. With Paragon, I've already done 101 on live on Twitch TV yesterday at 2.3k Paragon yesterday, man. I'm not running like 2-3 key fishing as well, so yeah, it's very, very strong. I don't think it's the meta, but there's not that many levels out right now between Erica Firebats, Jade, and say Zunimaster Guard. There's not that many levels in between it, so we might see a very leaderboard. I do think Erica is the strongest solo build, but like I said, it's not that far behind it. Just fish that right riff, guys, and it's gold. You know what I mean? It's great. Excellent. Okay, then, guys. So let's go through the skills and the gear and some other bits, and we'll go through gameplay in just a moment. Okay guys, so Haunt, Poison Spirit, an extra 20% extra damage on top. We're using Ring of Emptiness in this build as well, so you've got a Haunt and Locust Swarm your targets to achieve the 300% damage bonus, okay? And we're using Poison Spirit for the extra 20% on top. It's a poison build, and when the target dies, the Haunts will actually leap out of that dead target and go to the next pack, which is really, really sweet as well. Piranhas, Piranhado, as usual guys, for the grouping aspect. Basically you want to rush to an elite pack and just pull tons of density to that elite pack. It's the usual sort of thing. And cast Nado on top of them there, run in there, get your Haunts and all your peasants off and just go jaboom and blow the hell out of them, man. It's very, very cool. Locust Swarm, a cloud of insects. You need this as well to for your Jade bonus for damage. It does 25% damage reduction as well, which is really, really nice. And it's poison as well, which is cool. And because we're using Vile Hive, this rune will spread to the whole screen instantly, okay? Because you always get the Pestilence rune on this mojo, so you can use any rune on Locust Swarm and it spreads to the whole screen. Very, very cool, so you can just debuff all the time. It's great. And like I said guys earlier, Soul Harvest, Swallow Your Soul. We're only taking this one here because it is it's the poison one. You want to hit for poison damage on your Harvest. Very, very important. But like I said, you gain all these other runes as well. So you got your defense here from Languish and your speed and everything's fantastic. Also, those that don't know, in this patch 2.6.1, you can now maintain 10 stacks of Soul Harvest now with just one target now, just one target. So Rift Guardian fights now are just so much easier. And hardcore players, rejoice, man, rejoice. you can play this in hardcore now probably as well. Okay guys, a few choices here for Spirit Walk. I like Honoured Guest personally, because sometimes I run out of power on the Rift Guardian, sometimes, you know, if I just get a bit overzealous with casting Locust Swarm, which I shouldn't be doing too much anyway, or spamming too many haunts. But I quite like Honoured Guest to get that power back, but there's a few other options where you can use Jaunt for 3 seconds to damage immunity, or Severance for that really fast movement speed for 2 seconds to go boom, just zoom off. So it's up to you, but personally I quite like Honoured Guest. But it's down to you really, man. Okay guys, Horrify Frightening Aspect. This immobilises the mobs for 3 seconds in fear, and also gives us 50% additional armour for 8 seconds after you cast Horrify. So typically when you have your murder ball, so you like the elite pack and all the mobs around it, you will go into that pack there, you would hit Frightening Aspect to lock everything in place and like, ugh! Then you cast all your DOT spells, or your Haunts and Pestilence. You should be cast that pre doing that as well. And then you start triggering sort of thing and blow everything up. And then your passive will kick in from GI, and it'll most of the time refresh your Soul Harvest anyway on that first click, and most of the time your Nado as well on top actually. So you know, it works very well. But yeah, before you go into any big pack of mobs, when you're inside there, hit that Horrify. It'll boost all your armor up, make you really, make you nice and tough again, and then it'll lock them in place. They won't be attacking for 3 seconds, and then you can trigger them, man, blow them out their boots. It's fantastic. Only 10-second cooldown as well, which is good. Lovely. Okay, guys, for passives, Confidence Ritual, 25% additional damage, multiplication bonus as well, so it multiplies up. Spirit Vessel for self-res, got to have self-res guys just in case you die, especially on hardcore. Draving Justice for all your cooldowns, so like I said, as you're killing stuff, you're getting cooldowns for all your skills, so you can rotate, you know, your Nado, your Horrify, and of course your Soul Harvest as well on top. And last one of these guys, Creeping Death. Creeping Death got majorly buffed, majorly buffed now, so Haunt and Pestilence virtually live forever now. You know, you'll stay on those targets for a long time, so you won't have to recast this too much now, because it'll be on the target quite a bit, even after you harvest. Lovely. Okay, guys, what is in the cube? In the cube is Furnace for 50% extra elite damage. You can go easy mode, you know, if you want to play the beginner sort of build sort of thing, you can use the world mode, where it just basically auto cast Locust on for you, but you know, we're going to show the top end build here, so we're going to go for Furnace, man, 50% extra elite damage, yeah. Quetzalcoatl guys, a Locust Swarm and Haunt now deal their damage in half their normal duration, so this makes the whole build just hit a lot harder. You must have Quetzalcoatl in the build, you must have it. And of course, Ring of Emptiness, you deal 300% increased damage to enemies affected by the Locust Swarm and Haunt, so both of these spells must be on the targets for you to do any real DPS. Lovely. Okay guys, as usual guys, in the description of this video there will be a build guide for the optimal rolls for all the gear, okay? And for Diablo fans. If it's not there straight away, don't worry, it will be there. I'm just waiting for Diablo fans to update their database to the newest patch, and yeah, the full guide and the video will be there. Okay, so check that guys. Lovely. Right guys, okay, so let's go for the gear. Got some alt bits here, but we'll go through those in a minute. Okay guys, main hand of course is Sacred Harvester. This gives you 10 stacks of Soul Harvest, and yeah, so we're going to get 10 stacks of Languish here, Soul to Waste, you know, all this stuff is going to stack right up. So you're going to get tons of armour, and it's going to keep you alive, man. Loves this. If you can as well, on secondary, try to get mana if you can as well, actually, because it just makes the build a bit more comfortable if you overspam accidentally, like a Swarm or something, because, you know, 300 mana to cast that one spell's a lot, so having an extra mana pool there helps a little bit, man. It does help, but life after skill will be fine as well. Mojo guys, of course, is the Vile Hive. Gives us the effect of Pestilence Rune for any locust we're using, so basically Cloud of Insects, like I said earlier, will spread to the whole screen. Okay, spread to the whole screen. It's really nice Mojo, actually. I love that Mojo. And of course, guys, every piece of Jade Harvester, you want to wear the full set, so boots, legs, chestplate, helm, shoulders and gloves. Put a diamond in health for cooldown reduction as well, get a bit more in there. Unfortunately, I don't have cooldown reduction on my shoulders over vitality here, so no, I don't have those. But you do want to stack a lot of area damage in this. But like I said, just check the guide, I'll have it all in there very soon. Right, okay guys, ring. Okay, so we're using the Convention of Elements. When this cycles over to poison like it is now, when you harvest and cast Haunt, double twice onto one target, the damage will go through the roof, okay? So preferably you want to harvest those elite packs or Rift Guardians and stuff on that poison rotation if you can, okay? But don't wait too long, you know what I mean? Don't say, oh, I'm not going to harvest on poison, you know, because you can harvest very often in this build, especially when you get your cooldown reduction sorted out, sort of thing. So yeah, haunt as much, harvest as much as you can, but if you get that optimal chance to do it, say with a power pylon and there's a pool of power from the follow on the floor, you just better hit that poison rotation. The results could be insane, man. You can really trigger these dudes off. It's great. Okay, guys, first gem, of course, is Bane of the Trapped for the massive damage bonus, basically, and that's what it's there for. Okay, also, guys, you can ult a different ring here instead of conventional elements. If you find out somehow that you are dying, or you're going to play hardcore, definitely use a Unity instead. So basically, if you're going hardcore, I do suggest use a Unity, because don't get me wrong, you are tougher in this build now with the 6 set bonus, 50% damage reduction, which it needed for such a long time. Thank you, Blizz, for putting that in. But if you're going hardcore, guys, or if you're just on softcore and you're dying a lot, just take out conventional elements out and put in a Unity in, because that will give you 50% damage reduction between you and your followers. Make sure your followers were in one as well, and just makes you so tanky. It's so tanky. But if you're playing softcore, or you're very, very confident on hardcore, keep the conventional elements in and rotate on that poison rotation, man. It's fantastic. Okay, guys, belts, man. Haunting Girdle, man, releases an extra spirit. So this thing lets you haunt tag all mobs up super quick. You're throwing out 2 spirits every cast, which is nice. And also, if you target one mob as well, you get 2 spirits per shot as well, so you can hit super hard. So not everyone likes using this belt. I do like it, but there's a few other options. If you want even more damage, just sheer more damage to make those halves, hit really hard, really hard. Witching now, of course, would be a great thing. That I put this on now, bumps my damage up by 13.5% right now. So Witching now is always a good one, but you would take a hit to your survivability. So it's up to you ultimately. Another nice option, guys, if you're really new to Jade Harvester and you want to put the training wheels on a little bit, you can use a Belt of Transcendence, which is quite a nice popular item actually as well. Basically, it actually summons a fetish. Okay, it summons a fetish cycle event when you hit with a mana spender. So as you are casting your mostly your haunts and your Nado and your pestilence and all that, you're actually going to summon a little fetish. Okay, and you can have up to 15 this spell, and they do a lot of off tanking for you. It's probably more a better option for hardcore, in my opinion. Actually, probably a better option for hardcore. But if you're really new to the build, you don't want to die too much, sort of thing. You can put a Belt of Transcendence on, but with these new toughness buff, you should be absolutely fine now. But it's just a different option. I want to put all the options out for you. But for this video, we're going to go with the meta, and we're going to go for the Haunt Belt, man. Ooh, yeah. Okay, guys, so second rank, of course, is the Compass Rose and before the Endless Walks Out, which is the amulet as well. And the last gem we're using, of course, is Bane of the Stricken for the Rift Guardian damage. Okay, it's very, very important because this is a GR solo build. Endless Walks Out, guys, gives us 100% multiplication damage bonus while you're standing still. So if you can, try to stand still when you do your optimal harvest. It's a bit tricky sometimes. That's why you have to cycle your fear, horrify, frightened aspects, for instance, and your Nado and all that sort of stuff. Try to stand still before you do your optimal harvest, but if you do get it right, on the poison rotation especially, just go bang, you just see that damage, so it's very, very cool. And of course, when you're moving around, your toughness will increase with stopping 4 directions from Endless Walk Set, so you get this here, and you get damage reduction as well. It's very, very cool. Nice. Amulet, guys, of course, is Traveler's Pledge. And the last gem is Historic Alteration, because you do actually need more defense in this. If you're very, very confident in your dodging skills, man, and you're some sort of dodge ninja, you can actually put in another damage gem. Okay, so you could put in, say, a gem of Featherish Toxin, for instance, which would increase the damage even more for this. Or another popular choice can be the Go-Gok of Swiftness for more cooldown reduction. It's ultimately it's up to you, sort of thing. But if you go deeper in the revs, most of the time it will be Historic Alteration. Lovely. Just putting out the other options out there for you guys, man. Lovely, and last one of these guys is Cos Lukuba's Ornament. This gives us a 6% damage reduction per Soul Harvest stack, so we're getting 10 stacks, so yeah, using the math, boys, 60%, it's fantastic. I love this. Also, guys, if you can, on your bracer, chestplate, and jewelry, I know it's hard to do, but if you can get damage reduction from melee attacks, like I have on my chestplate here and my bracer here, this helps a lot when you're going to those really nasty harvests and some really naughty melee mobs, man, banging you on the head. So if you can get that on that gear as well, it just helps a lot. So you can get on your chestplate, bracer, and amulet, actually. I wish I had that on my amulet. I know it's an amazing amulet, but I wish I had melee damage reduction on that thing. It would just been icing on the cake. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do GR95 with no main stat added. And so I'll put a little bit more vitality in just for this video. And yeah, this simulates right about Paragon 800. The gear is all augmented. There's only a couple of hundred gems on this, man, but mostly 91s or so, like 1s, 95s. Nothing that is hard to grind in the game these days, especially with the next patch with 261, which we're showing now, because you know, everyone's so much more powerful now, so it's much more obtainable gem levels. Right, let's go do... Oh, I have to put it down because I did that 95 with Paragon the other day. Right, let's go. Okay, guys, first thing you need to do is you need to get your Soul Harvest stacks up. Okay, so we need to get 10 stacks as soon as possible. What I tend to do is I tend to cast a bit of pestilence just to aggro loads of mobs up. There we go. And boom! Ooh, you can see all the horns leaping out as the target dies as well. Also, guys, as you push forward, what I tend to do as well is I always cast one horn on a lot of mobs. Okay. So group them up now. Harvest, bang! Bit of haunt bang in there. Haunt bang is when you just spam haunt that one target. Cheeky little harvest there. It just feels so good now. There we go. Let's pop over here for a sec. Boom. Has this guy got a shield? I think he's got a shield, doesn't he? Crunch. But remember that you want to keep Soul Harvesting all the time because it's going to heal you as well. Soul Harvest. There he goes. Then already. Nice. Unfortunately, I think he had a shield there, fella. Right, let's keep pushing forward. But yeah, you basically want to make something called a murder ball. A murder ball is basically where you get a ton of mobs together and then just blow the hell out of them up, sort of thing. So you just want to pull forward a little bit and just cast a pestilence. To be honest, just cast a pestilence, and we'll get most of them. Bang! There we go. Horrify, Nado, Rehaunt, Soul Harvest back up again because of GI passive. You can see we're chewing them up. Oh! One again. We're standing still. Oh, and he's down again. And harvest again. I really should be harvesting the poison rotation. But it's so good, guys. It just feels like the old Jade Harvester from years ago. Shit, oh, the pack's dead. The pack is dead. Ah, nice. I fancy killing the rest of these off, actually. I know I shouldn't, but... I don't know. We carry on, man. We carry on. God, it feels so good. It's just like the old Jade from years and years ago. But this has finally fixed all the problems with it. It's awesome now, man. It's really, really cool. Just feels like that old Jade Harvester we all fell in love with all those years ago, man. Unfortunately, on the PTR, I do get quite a bit of lag, man, so... Oh, lovely. Dragon Ball win, keep casting that horn. Horrify to knock him down. Boom! Alright, let's keep pushing forward. See how fast we're moving as well. We're moving so fast as well. It's great. Alright, let's try to pull these mobs up to here, because look at that one pestilence just spreading to the whole screen. It's so nice. Wow, you see that? It's crazy! Because this build uses area damage as well, so when you get a lot of mobs together, you know, that's where you see the really, really big spike damage. Oh! Boom! Oh, bring a tear to my eyes, boys. It's like 2 years ago, isn't it? It's like 2 years ago. Alright, let's get going. There's a pack. Illusionist. Don't particularly like Illusionist on Jade. That's it. I don't like Illusionists on any build. To be honest, I don't like any Illusionists at all. But it's not one I particularly like, man, because they're annoying. Boom! I know he's around here somewhere. Where are you, bro? There you are. Oh, died almost a bit then. Yeah, let's just haunt bang this dude here. Ready? Let's just look, bang. But remember, guys, you must have haunt and locust storm on that target to achieve the Ring of Emptiness bonus, which increases by 300%. Oh. Boom. Boom. You See, it's just taking lumps out. If I was using my Paragon points, poison rotation there. Oh, nice 2 trillion crit there on poison rotation. But yeah, like I said, you should really try to get on the poison rotation if you can. Just need to look at that bar. Just look at your character. You see the different elements when your character's swirling around all the time. I've got the wrong way. It's up this way. Whoops. Go, 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 go! Yeah, guys, for Spirit Walk, man, I'm using on a guest at the moment for the extra power because I'm a little bit sloppy sometimes. I'm quite rusty at Jade, as you guys can probably see, man. I'm more of a pet player, but it's really nice to play this again. It would definitely go well into the hundreds once you geared out. Like I said, at a 2k Paragon, I already fished on 101 with not really that much trouble at all. But yeah, every time you cast Horn, it takes a second off. A second off your. Oh, that was good. These mobs are big fat ones as well, man. These are big fat mobs as well. Whoa! What hit was that? Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, this is a really nice map as well, actually. Alright, let's press, let's go forward. Let's see if we can make a nice murder ball here. But always progress towards an elite pack. Always, 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 always. And boom! Ooh. But yeah, guys, remember, as soon as Horrify up and you're in the middle of those mobs, you've got to put it up. Because armor bonus, remember that armor bonus is super, whoa. Super important. Super, super important. Bang! But remember, you want to try to stand still if you can. Because you want to build up that endless walk damage bonus, otherwise your damage will be not as good as it could be. Lovely, let's go. There's another pack here. So let's start doing horn. We're doing 2 horns every cast because we're using the good old girdle. Right, this one's a frozen one. Boom! Oh, it's crazy! Oh my god, it's dead already! What the hell? Oh, filthy. Oh god, I love this game, guys. It's so good. It's so good. I absolutely love it. I love this patch, man. It's going to be the most varied patch we've had for a while in terms of power. You know, it's all like a couple of levels in sort of thing. Alright, let's get going. Cast. Harvest! Quite a nasty mod, this one, actually. Harvest again. Whoa, you see that harvest? What? Oh, whoa. I think his wormhole thing actually saved me there. Remember, guys, every time you harvest, you're actually healing yourself as well. Because remember, you get all runes, man. Boom, dead. Awesome. Right, it's not worth standing there now, so let's carry on. Level 4. Oh man, we've got. I tell you what, we've got some good map actually. It's a good map. Bit of cheeky conduit now. You right there, fella? Are you alright? Oh, suck it. Gotta suck it, bro. Oh. Oh no, hit a bomb. No. Got overzealous with the bomb, boys. But anyway, man, let's recover. Let's recover. Oh, there we go. God, see zealous. It's like just charging there. But yeah. If we was using Unity there, we wouldn't have died. We would have died. That would have been absolutely fine. But there we go. So we're back up and running, man. But yeah, guys, remember, try not to die on the Rift Guardian fight because it means you have to rebuild your Soul Harvest stacks up as well, which can be annoying. But at least we can build them up now. There we go. Boom! Get wrecked! Bit of Horrify there, keep them in place. There's that harvest. Oh, holy hell. Dead! My god. It's crazy. Right, here we go. This little fella over here should seal the deal, I think. For us to, oh no, I've done it again! No! Bloody ghosts, man. Bloody ghosts. Ah. Ghosts, man, are so OP. Problem is, I'm not harvesting enough, so I'm not triggering my 50% damage bonus, man. So if you're just running past, trigger it sort of thing. Otherwise, what happens to me? I'm so rusty on Jade, man. I am rusty on Jade. Even me being rusty, we're walking through this. It's 95 with no main stat at the moment. Boom! Whoa! There we go, he's down. What rift guard have we got? We actually got an annoying one, actually. There we go, still you Horrify. Horrify won't lock down the Rift Guardian, but it will, you can still buff your armor from it, so it's still very, very important to still pop Horrify. And harvest as much as you can. But obviously you want to harvest on poison if you can. There you go. This is why I use Honored Guest, because I like to, there we go. I like to keep my power up. Another cheeky harvest there. Another cheeky harvest, almost down now. What sort of damage going to do with just banging the horn? Let's have a little look. Let me just recast that again. Whoa! Hey! Yep. There we go, it's almost down. And boom! Right at the end there. Oh man, I'm so rusty on Jade, guys. But yeah, despite the couple of deaths there, yeah, we still did it. With a good 4 minutes and 9 seconds there, man. Not too bad at all, not too bad at all. But yeah, guys, you know, to stop deaths like I just had there, you know, just to get Unity in, it'd be absolutely fine. But if you want to extreme push this build to the limit, you have to use a COE. You know, you have to use a COE. I need to time that poison rotation to get that max of DPS, man. We had some really decent spike booms there, boys. It was good fun, man. But yeah, guys, Jade is back in a big way, and it's extremely powerful now. It's very, very cool. It's a very, very good old classic build. That bullets have now fixed. That 50% damage structure. I must harvest more in the future, because that's what happened. I didn't harvest, and I didn't have my damage structure up. What we need is a buff icon, Blizzard. When we did that harvest, man, we need a buff icon so I can see that my damage structure is turned off. And same for Arrakis as well, please. Lovely. Okay, guys, there you go then. Once again, thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, man, for a big old boom. If you didn't, give it a big old boom down, boys. What the hell? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and feel free to like and subscribe, man. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have fun in Sanctuary. Woo! Oh man, that was fun, guys. That was fun. A massive shout out to all my Patreon supporters, man. Guys, I had to start a Patreon page to keep making Diablo 3 content, basically, because times are hard a bit at the moment. So, a massive thank you to everyone who supported me on Patreon. Top shout out to Greg89, Diamond subscriber on Patreon, dude. Thank you very, very much, and all the other bros on Patreon, and also enabling me, guys, to just keep making videos and, of course, live streams on Twitch. Guys, thanks so much. See you next video. Take care. Have fun.